Welcome, everybody, to the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast, a weekly podcast hosted by four drivers from the PDX Sim team. Myself, Sean, followed up by Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Todd. Join us every Monday as we drop a new episode of the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast where we talk about sim racing, motorsports, and street cars, and just kind of chit-chatting and bullshitting along the way. So join us every Monday for a new episode of the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show. Real quick, if you're a sim racer and you're looking for a new sim rig, check out the affiliate link down below for Extreme Sim Racing. I run an Extreme Sim Racing cockpit for about a year and a half now, and I love it. It's well built. There's no flex. They got great customer service. They got all kinds of products. And right now, if you buy anything through the website, you get a month of iRacing for free. I think it's a month or 3 months. You're going to want to click the link and go check it out because you get some free iRacing to go along with your purchase. And they got Sim Magic gear and all kinds of stuff. So check out the Extreme Sim Racing affiliate link. We'd really appreciate it. Plus, they got some pretty great stuff. Also, if you're thinking about starting your own podcast like we did, check out the affiliate link for Buzzsprout. We chose Buzzsprout because it's easy to use, easy to figure out. And if you're new at this thing, check them out. Check the affiliate link. On your second build cycle, they're going to kick you back $20 in Amazon gift cards. So check it out. We'd really appreciate it. And also at the bottom, there's a support the show link. That'll take you to our PayPal account. If you'd like to donate to the show, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening and enjoy the show. The faces. The shock, the horror. We're live, everybody. And we're going. Episode 30 of the DGDR podcast. And with me, as always, are the boys. But no Jimbo. Mullet's filling in. Is filling in for Jimbo. So thank you, Mullet. And we got Coach Mike and Todd with us, podcast. As always. Woo! It's a party. Happy Jimbo, Monday. You're missing it.
You are. How dare you, Jimbo?
Yeah.
Mr. Mullet.
It's okay, Jimbo. It's okay.
Yeah, but the again, how we all met,
right?
Really started between you and Jimbo.
It did.
Your interaction.
Yeah.
So it would be nice for him to be here to,
and hopefully
reiterate what happened.
Right, he will make it. We'll see. He's just running behind. He's doing some family things today.
Yep.
And hopefully he'll make it later on. But if not, all good. We'll have Mullet back again, that's for sure. So welcome. YouTube streamer Mullet's with us, part of the GSR team. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing pretty good. So wait. So we're not going to talk about how we met? All right.
Well, I mean, we will.
No, we will.
We will.
No, it's okay. We can wait.
Yeah,
we were. Yeah, with Jimbo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Oh God.
You two could really,
Gold.
relive
Gold.
that moment and hash it up.
So yeah, if you're listening,
I would say it was a beautiful moment.
It was. It was a beautiful moment. So everybody stick around for that. For sure.
Yeah, and who thought we would have been here? But we are.
Right.
Exactly. That's the best part about it. That's the best part.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
It's amazing.
Definitely.
Monday's looking pretty decent. How was last week's races, boys?
It was all about Daily Race C.
Dude, so good.
Yep, yes. I love Daily C.
Right? Dude, you were flying, man. That one race, I got caught up in some shit, but you were gone. I was like, where did Mullet go?
I had strong pace. I felt like my quali pace was like really good, but for some reason, like my race pace was just like, it just wasn't where I wanted it to be. But it was definitely closer this week than weeks past. That's for sure. Like I felt like I was closer at this week's Daily C than I was Daily B the week before.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't realize Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were definitely flying.
Right. How low did you get?
Top 100.
35, or did you get into the? Or was it 33s? You got down to the 33s, right?
Yeah, the quali time was a 33.7. I had a 5 in me. I just couldn't hook it up. And I'm sure if I figured out the spoon a little better, I probably would have had an even faster quali time. But I don't know. As soon as I got that time, I was like, oh, man, this is pretty quick. And, I mean, it took all the way till Z to, like, all of us American streamers to finally knock that time off. So I was pretty happy that it got all the way to Z before anybody beat it in their streams in America.
Right. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, shit. 34.7 for me. I was looking at an optimal of a 34.0, but I just the hairpin and spoon got me. Those were my tough spots.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
there.
I'm like notoriously bad at the hair, like any hairpins on the track. I don't know what it is. It's just I always fail there. Like wait till we see turn 1 this week.
Oh, I know, right?
Now, were you powering at the hairpin? Were you using second or third gear there?
So I like as soon as like the rumbles on the right would disappear, there's like a little like sign that comes out. I would brake really hard all the way down to first, and I would dab the gas like in the center of it, and then I would upshift twice to third, and then just kind of control out. And it seemed to work really good for me. But I was watching like Manny do it, and he was doing it in second. There was like all kinds of different techniques there.
Yeah,
there really was. Yeah, I was seeing some people in Monster. He would do it in second and everything. I had to
for each person.
Right.
Yeah.
I just myself. I just had no real pace. I was fairly consistent. I just didn't have that good pace, but I didn't well enough with the consistency. So I like B and A more this week for whatever reason. A was a stupid, silly fuck race, but it was still kind of fun.
Yeah, B wasn't bad either. B was a good one this week. B and C were definitely hitters, but C, god damn, so good.
C had all of my attention.
10 out of 10 for me this week for C. That's for sure.
To see it go.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
It was a 10. As they say in Texas, 10.
Yeah, Billy Bob. It was a 10.
I was just watching Entourage with Billy Bob in it last night. Entourage, the movie.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
How'd you guys like the Nations?
Oh, I missed that one. I missed Nations.
The Merc, the STLK.
Yeah.
So the race wouldn't have been bad, but I had SF brains, so I couldn't drive that car. I was, used to super downforce.
Yeah, that is the tough part.
Car
going from that to that.
Yeah. And again, I jumped in with no practice either, too. So to do that and have SF brain, just wasn't working good for me. Fun race, though, but, wish it was a little longer, too. So it was a little more downforce.
How'd you like it, Mullet?
Jimbo did well. Mullet? Did you do it, Mullet?
I wasn't able to do either this week. Wednesday, it didn't work out.
Yeah, same.
And it was unfortunate because, I'm pretty solid in the CLK. I love that car. And, I was just pretty upset that I didn't get a chance to see what I could do in Nations. And for manufacturers, Saturdays is just universally bad for me, so it's just didn't work out for me.
Yeah, the car was pretty good. I put down some times. I just don't like the track too much. It's just not one of my better tracks that I can do. But the car wasn't bad because in the cockpit, man, you're center in the car, so it was pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
That was
the first time I drove that car.
Mm-hmm.
it's quick and everything, not bad. And I'm sure I would like it more, but again, driving from an SF and then hopping
It's a little bit of a switch.
Yeah, it's a real switch for me now. It is.
But there's some similarities for the car for me, right? Like, so like the SFs, like where you get the most grip is under power. And like the CLK, I don't know if you noticed this, but it does not rotate.
It doesn't.
Braking, or if you coast it. So like what you have to do is kind of drive it like you gotta like brake a little earlier and just use the throttle, and you'll see all this grip and all this rotation you never knew was even in the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
all throttle.
Force change.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't getting it whatsoever. But I think if I drive the car again, it's not a bad car.
Time behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I had none.
Exactly.
I had none.
Yeah.
How'd you do, Mike? Did you do it?
I did mid pack, I believe. I can't remember 100%. I didn't do too great, but not too terrible.
Yeah.
I did way better in manufacturers.
Yeah, that was fun. That was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, manufacturers looked really good to me. I got to spectate a couple races, but that race looked really, really fun.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It's just a shame to me that I feel like they do a better job with the GTWS races than like the races.
Right, I know.
They always did. Even with when it was FIA races and that, it was still better races than the dailies and such. They always had a little more creativity.
Bring out
it's
the big
nice
guns.
Better.
Yeah,
it's getting better creativity in them as well with that hour-long spa race and such like that, where it was fairly different
that
for
was
everybody.
Awesome.
That's why they just need to make those the daily D races.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully they're getting the analytics and everything is like pointing towards. Yeah, we need to be more endurance racing.
Right.
And then start it off with all the tracks that have weather on them. So that you can have that random weather, wet, maybe not, maybe half and half. Like who knows? Because like I got mine, everybody was like super wet races. In my spa race, it was dry all the way to the end, basically, kind of thing. So, and that threw a big wrench at the end as well. So like it was really good.
Because my first spa race was almost completely dry, and then the second one it was wet from start to finish.
Damn.
It was never dry. I stayed on intermediates the whole friggin' race.
So I have a question, right? Because I feel like I hear this a lot throughout the community, like streamers and posts, whatever. Like, what is the fascination with like the wet races? Like, do you guys just prefer driving in the rain, or something that you like seeing? Like
I think it just changed. It's a new
it's a good test. Yeah.
It is a good test.
I like it when it's wet and dry sometimes. I mean, not all the time, but like for that race, because they haven't done it in so long. And then it like every race was so random. There was no way to go watch someone's race. Be like, okay, do that. Because, dude, it was a fucking luck of the draw. And, it made it fun. It made it fun for sure. I wouldn't want that all the time, though.
Neither would I. No. Neither would I. But every once in a while, every
strategy.
2-3 months, it's fun.
Yeah, you had to think on the fly. That's for sure. Do I come in? Do I not?
That's exactly it. Like that's that is strategy on top of fuel and tires and such like that. Like the complication of weather to add in there, and that can I push it? Will it stay dry enough that I can keep on the slicks and stuff like that? Like I pushed through a little patch of rain and it was getting a little rough at the end, and it ended up helping me in the end because I pushed through where other people didn't. And
I was on wets with the power turned all the way mapped to 6. I still hydroplaned and crashed.
Right. Yeah. I
was trying to be, I was trying to be cautious and at 120, oh shit, here it comes. I'm hydroplaned. It just, you try to be cautious and it'll still throw you for a loop.
I know I had enters. Yeah. And then should have had the wets, but it's still spinning out. That's for sure.
Still, So yeah,
me
it just
personally,
new
like
flavor.
for I don't know what it is, but I feel like anything that slows me down is like I don't like it.
Right?
Like, yeah, it's like an obstacle in my way. Now, don't get me wrong. Spa race last Saturday, and I had a lot of fun with it, but I think that was because of the length of the race.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
Same.
so for me, like if we had a 16-minute C race or 20 minutes, and there's rain in it where you have to have some type of strategy, I would just think to myself like this is kind of lame.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people thought Daily C this week was going to have some rain, and why would anybody want that? We're already pitting once.
Oh yeah, no.
Laps.
Yeah.
True.
Like, could you imagine how bad this race would have been if it had
14?
Yeah. It has to be long.
It should have been at least 14. At least 14.
It should have been 14.
It should have been. Oh
yeah.
Man. Even 20.
Phenomenal
fuck it.
race.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
20 minutes is only like 30 minutes long.
Right.
It would have only been 30 minutes long. That would have been perfect. I think 30 minutes is a perfect like ranked mode race.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
That would
hell, even Forza had 30-minute long endurance races on their hoppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
Well, that's
like,
why
Forza,
what makes like the GT World Series is the fact that generally they're like 30 minutes or more ish kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the nations sometimes is usually the faster, but manufacturers is usually a good 30
endurance,
minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lazy way to make the GTWS exciting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they add the VR to it this year. That's what I'm hoping for. If they can add that. Oh shit.
If not this by next year, maybe for sure.
So you can't do it in VR?
No, I'm hoping they do.
He can't. He's saying that they do like everything like the
World
strictly
Series
in VR.
Yeah, when they go down to Monaco.
All the guys are wearing the VR headset.
Yeah, Praga and all those guys. That would be cool.
Yeah,
because you have that sense of being in the fucking car.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just like if you add it to like the world main event as VR, it's kind of like you can play the game right now with controller or wheel, but when you go to the main event, you have to be on a wheel.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they could do the same thing, implement that. You can play the game on a wheel or on a controller in VR, not in VR. But when you get to the World Finals, you're in VR.
It will be,
on a wheel.
these are the rules that, you will be driving it in VR. Yeah.
That's how we find the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and if they're all in it,
add that.
Yeah, I
once
do.
you've implemented that, you go with it.
Yeah, that would be amazing. It's
well,
so
tell
good.
us what your thoughts are about VR.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think it's a cool gimmick. Like, well, I guess gimmick's not the right word for it, but I think it's a cool, like, different way to play. Me personally, I think. But,
well, tell us about your experience with.
Well,
you suffer from motion sickness.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do. Like,
okay.
And it's not like super bad to where I have to take.
Oh, you cut out.
But
we
I'm
lost
sorry.
you.
Am I good? Am I good?
There you are.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you don't have to take like medication or a pill.
Yeah, like I don't have to do it like my wife is really bad with it, but me on the other hand, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like, I could ride a roller coaster, I could drive in past. But like when I played the original VR, they had a horror game or whatever, but they had you on a little coaster. And I think I played it for like 20 minutes, and there was a part where it just dips down and takes a hard right, and as soon as that happened, like I got wheezy. I was just like it was coming up.
Right.
I had to take it off immediately, and I was sick for like the whole day after that. I was like, no, like I will never own a VR.
Right.
So like I know people are saying it's better with that, like in the VR too. So I'm just like, I will test it out. Like,
if
one
you
of my
can,
friends get it.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you get that sick, then I would definitely test it out first, because I was a little sick when I first started using it, but now that I use it every time now, I don't even feel that feeling when you're doing all those elevation changes.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't, but I've done VR racing before on PC, and I had absolutely no issue. Like second nature kind of driving anyway. So I don't expect to have any issue myself, but I'm not saying I won't.
Right.
But
I think, do it more, do it a little bit more and ease into it. Because, I started with the slow cars, worked my way up. And now, I did all my Super Formula was all in VR. And, dude, that was
your pace is good too.
Fucking amazing. It's just insane how you're in the fucking car. And all the scaling is just insane. It's insane. Yeah, big time. Big time.
That's the coolest part about VR for me. Like as a consumer, that plays lots of video games. It would be cool to play VR in, say, open world type of title. Like that would just blow my mind.
Right.
Oh,
being able to just look around and
it's nuts.
That immersed
Red Dead
into
Redemption 2
or Elden Ring or Elden Ring. Can you imagine playing
any of those? Would be incredible.
It would just be
in VR.
so immersive.
So good. Yeah, that's what I love about it, because that is the closest way I'm going to be able to come to sitting in a fucking race car like that and driving in Suzuka or any of those tracks, because I want that feeling, so I'm looking for that. And when I'm in it, oh fucking A, man, I get it. And today I tried doing some Assetto Corsa and some F1 just to kind of see on that 2D screen. Oh, dude, I sucked ass. It was weird. My eyes were like tripping out because it was just like so different. Okay. I'm so used to that other imagery being in the VR of 3D when I'm driving. It was just, my eyes were tripping, so I couldn't even get my turn-ins right or anything. But it's great. I love it. Fucking love it.
Hopefully HRC goes VR too.
Right?
Yeah, we're racing with a guy today who's in the VR headset.
Okay.
And he said, it takes a couple weeks, but then you'll get speed, and that's the only way he drives and everything. So, wicked.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
I get that though. I get that, because if I made that purchase, I would be forcing myself.
You use it every time. And then too, when you're in bumper mode, you're like, oh man, this is lame. Why the fuck am I doing this? I could be in the motherfucker, feeling like I'm fucking actually there, and I don't feel like I'm in my fucking dining room. I'm not at home. I'm at the fucking track. Get out of here. It's a nice little escape.
Seriously. Yeah, hearing your feedback and how it is very positive.
I love it.
I was, again, anticipating more guys to push themselves and use it more.
Yeah.
As far as the YouTubers that have it, I guess.
Yeah.
Are they? I know that James EV is doing it a lot.
He is, yeah. Him and Sean are like the only two that I know that almost strictly race that way. Yeah. Everybody else
goes back and forth. I changed my for my chat.
They aren't using it at all anymore.
Right. Oh, that's crazy.
Unless they are in like their personal kind of deal.
So you're dropping that money, dude. I'm fucking using that shit. It's not sitting there. Yeah, fuck that.
But again, it's like you are in the friggin' car.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Only way to drive. Especially that Super Formula race like that. Oh my God, you could see the dag on the tires, and then when you're rolling, dude, it's insane. It's insane. And then when you're getting real close to other car, oh yeah, dude, it was nuts. It's a good time, that's for sure. I love it. And you know what else I love? Coach Mike. Oh yeah, Mike. What you gonna do, Coach Mike? What's up with next week,
with your bad self.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. We actually have what I would say is triple races of fun.
Ooh.
A threesome?
Triple.
We got a threesome
We
going?
We might.
A daily threesome?
Woo!
Love daily
Right?
threesomes.
Shit.
Been a long time, but I love them.
The Daily A is the Watkins Glen short course in the Group 4 cars for 8 laps on the Racing Hards. So that's a different new one, a little bit different than normal.
Yeah.
I think that'll actually be really fun, especially since the Group 4 has been nerfed, so it's a little bit more even across the board. The short course is pretty fun.
Yeah.
8 laps isn't pretty bad. It's pretty decent length for that. Race B is where it might be fairly fun as well. Daily B is Spa in the Group 2 cars, 4 laps, and it's on the Racing Softs this time, which amazing.
Wow. Wait.
Are they listening to us?
What tire?
Are they listening
Racing
to the
Softs.
pod?
Yes, they must have been listening to Jim's rants.
Right? Give us the softs.
Clutch. So yeah, with that one, I believe it's going to be like the GTR kind of go-tos, or the Lexus or the NSX, whatever you're more comfortable with for that one. But that could be a really good one. Dirty Air will be a bit of an issue. You'll have to watch, but 4 laps Group 2 could be a nice, fun little sprint on the Racing Softs for sure.
Yep, put in a good quality time and go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Daily C is Deep Forest Reverse. Not the greatest flowing, but it could be interesting. Group 3 cars, 14 laps, 7 times tire usage, 2 times fuel. Both racing mediums and hards available, both mandatory. Looks like a minimum you're looking at is 7-7 split. You want to push more 8 mediums if possible. 9 is available if you're on really good tire wear. You might be able to get that. And Ford GT, I think, is going to be one of the OP cars again. Probably MR cars are going to be the better. Just going to have to watch that the hairpin there.
Oh yeah.
The Porsche has a real issue in that hairpin at the start because of the when you come up the hill.
That's right. Going up the hill.
Yeah, it really has an issue in there. So Porsche will be fast, but if you can't maintain there properly, you're going to be spinning out and shit. So the McLaren should be pretty good. The DB9 should be pretty good as well if you can handle it. A couple cars might be good there.
Hell yeah!
But that'll be a decent one. A couple of variant strategies available. All depending on car and driving habits. So yeah, it could be a really interesting week for races.
Well,
I like B and A better than C.
Yeah,
I think I like B, then A, and then C.
Right.
On paper.
I have to agree with Todd on that. I'm in the same kind of rotation. What about you, Mullet? What do you think of those races?
I think that they're all very solid, but I'm probably the most. So, like, the interesting thing to me about A, is just like, he was saying before, is that we had a big nerf in Group 4 with all the all-wheel drives just being completely busted now. So, I'm thinking that this will be a fun race because the short course, it's not as hard to pass as the long course because it doesn't have that boot. So you're kind of, I'm thinking that like the Viper is going to be strong, which is going to be fun.
Oh yeah,
I'm thinking that the Ferrari is going to be strong. I don't think the TT is going to be the car this week.
Good.
Mustang.
I hope not.
I think there's going to be too much for handling.
Yeah, I think the TT will not be one of the top 4 or 5. I think that we're going to see some rear-wheel drives kind of own it. I do think the GTR will still be there, though, because it's not that bad at this course, regardless of the speed nerf that it got.
Yeah. Yeah, GTR should be pretty decent. And I also think my favorite as well, the SLS is going to be a pretty decent car there as well.
Yeah, sad face. The Corvette will still stink.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, for B, it's going to be a CLK one make,
Right?
which
No.
is not bad.
Well, I don't think so. I've seen a couple of practices leading up, and it's not all that great because it doesn't have the proper turn in. You can't change the downforce like you were before. That's why with that last race there, it was such dominant because it had speed, and you could alter the downforce to give it a better turn in. I believe it's going to actually be the GTR is going to be the dominant one there.
Well, I do think that the
2016
CLK will
cars.
be.
Mm-hmm.
I think the CLK will be untouchable in Sector 1 and Sector 3. I know Sector 2 that the other cars will catch up.
Yeah.
But
it might. I'm not saying it's not going to be useful. I don't think it's going to be the dominant one make that it was in the nations and whatnot.
It'll be interesting. I almost because again, I really haven't driven that car much, so I'm hoping it kind of is, just so I can drive it more a little bit and try to get a better grasp of that car. But whatever, I think it's going to be a fun race, no matter what car we're using there.
I don't like it myself, but I think the NSX will actually do really well there.
I like that. The NSX is pretty decent.
Yeah,
it got a little
like
boost, didn't it?
too.
Mm-hmm. No, well, Group 3 or something.
okay.
I think it was.
Yeah, Group 3 it did. I don't think the Group 2.
Group 4
No,
no.
They haven't had any
Group 2.
issues with Group 2 for a while. They just left it as is. Yeah.
Okay.
But what about this thing they call, what is it? Formula something or other?
The Formula One.
Race league?
Over there in those other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foreigners do that formulaing.
That thing.
That expensive racing.
Oh, Jesus. Super.
How'd you guys like that?
I liked the race was good. There wasn't, was there only like a virtual safety car?
Well, no, there was a yellow.
Yeah, the yellow.
Oh, okay.
There was the car came out.
Uh-huh.
And I think I think, in my opinion, kind of saved Alonso.
Dude, so good.
Yeah, he was able to attempt to get his penalty gone there, and get his tires and everything changed. But I think that also helped Max big time. I'm not sure if Max would have got maybe second still, but I don't think he would have been. I think it would have been a battle with Alonso for second if it wasn't for the pit stop as well.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, because Max was flying.
Yeah.
Dude, those Red Bulls.
He's a tremendous talent. Talent.
It's insane.
I don't know how you guys feel about like someone dominating that hard. But 15 out of the last 20 was going for 16 out of 21.
Right. I mean, he's great, but he's not on my Ferrari team, so I don't like him.
Right. That's why I'm Charles Leclerc myself.
Yeah. And they're looking like that's where they're gonna be all season, is that 6th, 7th spot near the back of the top 10 for Ferrari. Yep. Unfortunately, they're not looking too hot here at the beginning, dude. I'm very sad. It makes me sad. But I like seeing Fernando, though, kicking some ass. Just coming out and just going for it. It's so good. Love me some
It is
Fernando.
good to see him. Yeah, exactly.
He's definitely feeling good about him.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Every time he finishes ahead of Hamilton, too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just in general. This year, if you listen to every communication, like in the car or radio chatter with him, they ask him anything. He's like, "Oh, it's fucking perfect. I love this car." Oh,
right.
Like everybody, some people were complaining about the hards. They go, tires. He's on the hards, and they're like, he's like, "These tires are great. I love them.
These are great.
Just
keep
happy
going.
as hell." You know, like, "Oh yeah, you want to go extend? Okay, no problem. These tires are perfect. Let's go."
You know, like
just true over the moon, like happiness. You see him like he's always been a very sort of pleasant, but very at the same time abrupt in the car previous years. Like, no, I'm Alonso. I know what I'm doing. Just don't talk to me. Don't tell me. Now he's just like, oh, fuck yeah, you guys are the best. It's like he knows he's got a car.
Yeah, that Aston's looking good this year. Because Stroll was even up there for a minute until his car failed. But that little shit was up there.
I think if he doesn't do too many dumb stuff like he does in previous years, and he doesn't DNF, I think Aston Martin's going to be second constructor.
Oh yeah,
I think they're going to just walk away with that. And if
right now, yeah, they have a very good chance. So,
and if they keep going the way they are, I think there's a slim chance. I don't know. I think Red Bull's is gonna run into some reliability issues. They haven't had an issue in a couple of years, kind of thing. Max has got the longest finishing streak going right now on the grid, like without having an issue or DNFs. Like they're due.
Oh yeah. Well, he had an issue that caused qualifying, right?
Twice now though. That's 2 drivetrains in the last week that have gone.
Someone the drive shaft or something.
Yeah, and in the race, he was complaining at the very end, even though it didn't cost him anything.
It still got fastest lap.
Having issues again. Yeah, but there's something wrong.
Right. Oh yeah, he could feel it. Yeah.
Like it didn't cost him, but he knows, and if there's a problem and they don't fix it, I think they're going to have some problems down the road, and it might cost him the championship. Like you're saying, like if Alonso keeps putting podiums together constantly and they have some reliability issues, he might sneak in there.
Yeah,
especially if they keep flip flopping first and second.
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
Like that.
And 2, Max is ahead by a point because he got that fastest lap, so he's ahead by 1 point. And him and Sergio, especially once it gets towards the end. Oh, we're going to see a battle amongst teammates, which then Alonso goes, all right, guys, thanks. Oh, shit, the championship is mine.
Look at the last 2 years, whatnot, with those 2 guys at Red Bull. And the conflict of letting each other pass and stuff like that, and things like that happening. And how Max is like, fuck you, I'm Max. I'm number 1, you do what I say. Like, the whole like pushing the car to get the fastest lap to get the extra point, and telling fucking Checo to, don't worry about it, we're not concerned about that. And then he finds out at the end, well, what, you fucking let him push and I couldn't? You told me to back off. Like, what the fuck's that? Like, you know what I mean? It's going to build if they stay close. And the other thing is that's where I see Danny Rick coming in.
Oh,
like, they don't need Checo fucking shit up for Max, and they can put Danny in if he doesn't stay in line, and he'll just and finish second. You know what I mean? And make sure that Max gets it.
But Max has kind of like separated himself from that second. The last 3 years now. I think it's too early to. It's way too early in the season, because even last year, I remember last time we were all thinking that. I remember, we were all like, "Oh, Sergio's going to be there." Sergio ran away. So I don't know. I'm more of the guy like, show me before I give you props. And yeah, he did win. And honestly, as a guy, like if I'm an engineer and my guy's in the lead, I don't want to push that hard to get that lap. Like everybody was running.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean,
that's the thing though. Like I understand what but at the same time though, he's upset because he knows that Max was having issues. There was something wrong with the car, yet they allowed him to push the car for the fastest lap, even though that could have damaged everything, and told him not to. You know what I mean? Like, just so that he got that extra point to stay ahead. Where it would have been a lot more damaging to Red Bull in general if Max fucked the car up real bad because he didn't lay off and just finish second. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that he pushed, and that's what Sergio, and that's his whole issue. And even earlier in the race, they were like, oh, slow it down, dude. We're looking at pace at this. And he's like, okay, well, what did Max just do? Well, then why the fuck you telling me to slow down then? You know, so he can catch me? No, and he kept pushing as well. Like he went kind of against it as well. So I do believe that there could be some inter-politics conflicts that's, you know what I mean, that could cause, and all they want is Max to win and them to win the constructor. And they're going to do that if they don't have any infighting. Those cars are going to take them to the top. Now,
That's crazy to me.
Well, do you think since
Sergio doesn't play ball,
right?
Max is the one that requested basically Danny Rick sign back with, because they're friends. He likes him. He never had an issue even from the beginning. It was politics of Red Bull management and Danny that didn't get along. That's why he left. It wasn't because of Max.
That's just crazy
to fucking buddies.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Two Drive to Survive does so well now. Who knows if they're starting to do a little scripting in there.
Probably is. I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
WWE Formula One.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so bad. But you never. I mean, nowadays, dude, I don't put it past them. Because that's done so well.
Either, dude.
They've gotten so many people now watching, and people love that shit. So it's
drama and that shit sells, man.
Yep.
Well, the thing is, I always thought like Red Bull is very backstabby, in my opinion. Obviously, everyone wants to win, but all they care about is winning.
They're hoity-toity as fuck.
They have their meal ticket. They have the greatest driver that F1's seen in probably fucking forever, honestly. And I'm not a huge fan of him, but he is insanely fucking
so good. I'd be doing the same thing.
Now, if you want to keep him and keep him happy, you do what he wants. And that's what I think Red Bull looks at it the same way. It's like, we want him here. We don't want to piss Max off that he's like, you know what, my contract's up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you got a good car, but you won't listen. You're giving me bullshit. You're fucking with me. Guess what? Alonso's retiring. I'm going to Aston Martin with their fucking powerhouse now. And I'm going to put them on top. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like, not that it would happen, but you know what I mean? Like, I think Red Bull really looks at it that way, as the fact that we need to keep our meal ticket.
Yeah.
We are going to dominate for fucking 20 years with this guy.
Well, I see Max staying there until he retires.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one. Exactly. He's the one. I thought Vettel was going to be the one, but Max is the one.
But they have to keep Max happy. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if
his win percentage is getting better and better by the seems.
Exactly. And
insane.
You know how much money they're going to make if they keep winning?
Mm-hmm.
Billions of dollars in his career, right? Now, if you don't keep that guy happy, he's going to win anywhere almost. Right. So keep him happy. And what's he want? He wants somebody who's not going to fight him. Sergio keeps fighting him. Danny wants a ride.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They'll just throw him in. Danny will take second place, no problem. Max crashed. Max had a problem, no problem. I'll win this one for us. You know what I mean? He knows his role, but he knows his role.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know how you can race like that.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Because I think Danny's had his heydays, glory of a driver kind of thing, but he also understands it's about the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? So that he would, I think, more than willingly jump into that spot and drive for the team and help Max, you know, and make sure, okay, well, Max, like I said, had a problem. I'll fill in, I'll jump up there, and I will take the win for us.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever, you know what I mean? Max is coming? No problem. Let me get the, you know what I mean? I'll move out of the way.
Yeah, because he has no stakes. He's just in it for constructors.
He just wants to drive. He just wants to drive and drive for the team or for a team.
So, I love Danny Rick.
I really do think that I think he has a shot. Like if Perez doesn't kind of.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait. I hope Perez, because those Red Bulls are fast as fuck. Right. I'm rooting for Perez to win the deck. So just because I want to see a little stir up and some shit.
Oh, I would love it, because then I would love to see some stir up in there and some politics and drama, because I just think I would love to see like this season could be like something like a storybook of sorts. Like,
dude,
imagine that Red Bull has in-house drama, reliability issues sorts here and there.
Dude, that's a great season,
and then
there.
Alonso coming out of nowhere, pushing for podiums and the constructors and the championship points, and them like keeping it tight. And then that drama overspilling that fucking Danny comes in, and like and there it's just a struggle to like it could be like just like him, maybe it comes down to the end of the season that like that all three horses are in the ring for the win. You know what I mean? Like, and the constructors and
then
everything else. And it's
then okay, let's watch Drive to Survive because oh shit, it's written for that shit.
It's a long shot what I'm saying and things, but like there's so many things that could play out. Could be this could be the most epic F1 season ever.
I'm hoping Ferrari gets their shit together and makes their way back up. Too. Fuck.
Come on, Charles Leclerc, get up there.
Yeah, exactly.
McLaren,
it's just
a lot of.
Oh, I feel bad for Norris.
Well, at the same time, they a lot of it is just right now. I'll be honest. I think it's implementing upgrades. I think
it is
right now. Not to say that people can touch them, but I think Red Bull got a lot of their shit done.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did because they got docked on time. So I bet they got their shit. Their
car is almost there for the season, almost kind of thing. You know what I mean? They don't have a lot to add to it yet anymore. Whereas a lot of the other teams still have a lot of upgrades to still finish up and kind of thing and hone in to the cars. McLaren, for example, has 3 weeks straight of add-ons coming.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah,
they're going to move more to mid-pack at least, kind of thing. I mean, like it's just a lot of them are just behind. Like, look how close it was at the beginning. Like every year, people are struggling to get their cars together in time for reveals and things like that. And
you had both Alpines in the top 10. I was kind of shocked on that. 8th and 9th, and a Haas in 10th.
Magnussen, what a little battle he had.
Oh yeah. Him and Sonoda, that was good.
I would be more inclined to watch after McLaren started picking it up. That's a popular manufacturer.
I know.
Number 2, I think.
So shit.
Like everybody likes that guy,
Mm-hmm.
So
he's a really nice guy.
It'd be awesome,
right?
Oh yeah.
It'd be awesome to see him do something.
And I don't even remember the last time I've seen McLaren do this bad. Dude, they're bad. It's kind of, and then too I feel right, and then Lando Norris getting told, "Hey, don't make it too hard for your new teammate there, the rookie. Don't make it too hard for him, buddy." And then he says, "Okay, fuck you."
Hey, don't make it too easy for the rooker. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't make it too easy for the rookie, man. Like, throw him through the paces. You know what I mean? Like, no offense, but you can't go anywhere you guys are right now in the back of the pack. So fucking
don't make it too hard.
Work that rookie.
Yeah,
work the rookie. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I would have been pissed.
You know what I mean?
I would have been pissed. Just like, fuck this guy. God. The fuck out of here. Telling me this shit, dude. We're in the fucking back. It ain't my
job
to
make him better.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the fucking back anyway. The fuck?
Well, that's the thing is, don't you think to make him better, you would be like, oh, make it a little tougher on him.
Right,
don't be so easy. Don't just let him pass. Hey, he's coming up pretty quick there. He's got, don't you guys have a little fight there, Lando? Fucking work that rookie, like show him how it's actually done.
Yeah, exactly.
Because obviously the cars are equal. They're both. You know what I mean? Like, if he's a good driver, make him fucking pass you.
Yep.
Make him earn.
Let him. Yeah. That's one thing. Like I even in my like driving in GT and that like. I used to be very cautious and not fight because I didn't want having any issues or anything like that. But it costed me because I was a little too at ease with other people, kind of passive like that way, and then trying to get them back later at a more opportune time, not battle. Now it's just like, no, I will make sure that I park that car on the fucking apex, and you're either going to give me a bump out of the corner or you're going to have to slow down because I'm not allowing you to go through.
Yep.
So do the same thing. It's like I would I could just understand him being super fucking choked at that.
Oh, dude,
sure.
I'd be so pissed. So bad.
Mhm.
And then Fernando gets his third place back after having that penalty, and then got another penalty because they were touching the car. Oh, and his first penalty for lining, he wasn't ahead in his box at the start. He was off to the left just a little bit, and they gave him that 5-second penalty.
He even knew. He knew.
Damn, they're
He
fucking.
He laughed about it. He laughed about it. Right?
I didn't think that far over. You weren't ahead of the line.
Yeah.
Like, you're just that far over and you get 5 seconds. Like, fuck. And then they were going to give him 10 seconds for that shit. But I think George Russell saying, oh, that's harsh. I don't know what happened, but they reviewed that again, and he got his third place back because they took it away from him. Yeah, 10 seconds for just having the jack, like, under the car. And they said it was touching the car. That shit was crazy. Yeah. So he moved down to fourth, but then they reviewed it again and got his third back, so I was happy about that. So, yeah, all in all, I thought it was a decent race. It was a good race.
Yeah, well, I think it was. It was fairly exciting.
I agree. I give it 7
I think
out
it was
of 10.
better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Better than I honestly think it was better than the opening race.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Opening
Especially because you had some excitement.
And then
some excitement, Max.
Right.
Leclerc
Dude,
coming through the
that's
pack,
what I liked. Seeing Leclerc and Max coming through. But it was crazy because where did Max start? Let me see. Starting grid.
15th or 16th.
15th. Yeah, 15th.
Yeah.
And then Leclerc was in 12th. By the time I think Leclerc got to 7th, Max was in like 9th. Dude, he was like pretty much right behind him.
Yeah.
Dude, that
and
fucking
Leclerc's
thing
on
is
soft
so fast.
tires.
Oh, yeah, dude. So fast. That shit's insane. Yeah, it was decent. I didn't.
Well, the fact that Max caught Leclerc before pits, and he was on a worse tire as well. Like and from that far back as well, he was 10 positions behind him almost. Like, you know.
Yeah, it was great. I think turns 22, that little chicane. Did you see Sergio and Max cut that really good? Dude, they cut the shit out of that. And they said, okay, yeah, they're going to do that because they get 3 times before they get a warning.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Dude, if I was another team and I saw them do that, I'd be telling my drivers, okay, fucking do it too, because they just gained fucking like 2 seconds on your ass.
Beautiful team orders on that.
Right?
God, I love that. I love stuff like that. That's how it should be.
Well, you know what? Yeah, but at the same time, though, like I agree with Sean. Everybody should start saying stuff like that. Abuse this.
They should.
Abuse this. And then you know what?
Do it.
Push it to the absolute limit.
Limit.
Then they'll change
Until they tell you
like,
fucking stop.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll have to change the rules so it's not so lenient on track extensions. You know, like considering how fucking they took away what's his name from Williams there, one of his fucking qualifying laps because he touched the white line by the pit entrance.
Right? Yeah.
Fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yet in the race, these guys can cut the corner and gain 4 seconds because they didn't even have to brake for the whole chicane. You know, like, come on, like that should be fucking. You know,
get your shit together.
What else happened this weekend for racing? Anything?
12 hours at Sebring. Haven't finished it, but so far so good. It was a good race. I heard there's a big
watch
pile
the end. Yeah, watch the
I'm gonna watch that time.
No, the end makes me sad. Don't watch the end.
It does, yeah.
I don't want to talk about the end.
Oh.
Yeah, it is sad.
Damn.
It is.
See, that's a track I would love GT7 to get, Sebring.
Yeah. That is one bumpy track, though.
Right, it is.
I love that course so much.
Me too. Forza is when I drove the shit out of that track.
Oh, yeah. Sebring's one of my play. Road Atlanta, Laguna.
Yeah, I love Laguna.
Circuit of the Americas and Sonoma.
Ooh,
God, I wish all those courses were in there.
Oh,
I
so
know,
good.
me too. That'd be awesome.
Fucking A.
Yeah, Sonoma, Circuit Southern America. Yeah, Coda. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, my only problem with Sonoma is if that came to G. His mullet dude. He's still running lap. I don't know what it is about the flow of that course. Zoned in, and it's just so nice. I love the opening chicane. I love the hander. Love
Yeah,
it.
the elevation changers.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful. That is the one hairpin that makes sense to me.
No, it has a nice flow and nice sweep to it. Yeah, it's just
it's one of the greatest technical courses ever made in my.
Yeah, it really is. So hopefully, we'll be getting that track.
Dude, that'd be great.
One of the next updates, 1 point, probably, what are we on, 3.0? So
yeah.
maybe a 3.2 or 0.32.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be
making
good.
me happy for something that's never going to come.
Right.
So what else happened this week?
Fingers crossed.
Oh, man.
Is the
You got,
NASCAR? Did they get a bit of
NASCAR?
trophies?
Yeah,
Did
they
they get
got
their bigger trophies yet?
They got trophies.
It was at Atlanta. It was
yes.
pretty much
30
dominated
south.
by the champion. Dono took the first 2 stages and was kind of just running away with it until like some late pit stops put him like deep in the pack, and then it kind of seemed like Harvick was gonna, and like Harvick kind of got, and like so I was thinking that he was gonna be fine, but Chastain just took the air, ended up putting a late caution and took him straight out the race.
Okay.
Busted, and then it was a battle between Keselowski and Logano, which was entertaining considering they're like the 2 best restrictor plate races. So like considering that Atlanta is kind of like a hybrid of, it's kind of cool watching them trade the lead for about the last 20 laps. But Logano ended up winning it, and that makes me sad.
Joey.
Boo.
Yeah. Well, he's the champ.
He got lucky he's the champ. It should have been Elliott.
He did. It should have been. Chase. I agree. It should have. But yeah, Joey isn't, in my opinion, too well liked in the NASCAR community.
Yeah,
it's weird because like NASCAR's weird. They all loved Senior. They all loved the way Senior did things. So when we get like other guys that do kind of like the same stuff they used to do on track, like, so it's interesting to me that so many people hate Logano. Me, off the track, he's just like, oh well, shucks, I didn't, you know.
Totally.
And like I love Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is my guy. So when he does it, he just put him in the wall. So screw him. And like that makes me happy. I like when you're real.
Yeah.
You know, like when it was him and Larson 2 years ago, like the championship that Larson won, and like he slide jobbed him, and then Kyle got him back in the last turn to win at Chicagoland. I was like, that's right. His interview was like, if you don't like, and I was just like, yeah.
Right.
God, I love Rowdy Busch.
Hey, since you mentioned Chicago, what do you think of the race that's going to be here in July in downtown Chicago?
The street course?
So, the street course in downtown Chicago.
I think NASCAR's doing everything they can to make Elliott the best driver of all time. That's what I think about it.
Okay.
No, it's interesting. Roads, it's interesting because I think like the newer car, like this gen car, has been phenomenal on road courses to watch. The racing is pretty close. It's you know, the car handles way better than any other stock car they ever had on a road.
Oh, yeah.
So it does make sense that they're doing it, and I would much rather course than a super speedway hybrid or another super speedway. So I think I'm gonna like the course, and I think it's gonna be fun. I just think Chase Elliott probably if he comes back in time.
I have to agree.
Did they say there's a chance he'll be back by July?
I mean, it takes about 6 weeks for a bone to heal. So we're in the second week right now, so we'll see.
Broken
I know
leg, yeah.
I know when Kyle broke his leg from that wreck in the Affinity in 2015, it took him till the July races to get back. So
Okay.
Shit.
All right. Yeah. It would be cool if he could make that race.
Chase is a similar competitor, Kyle. Like he's very, he's like in the game. You know what I mean? Like I need to do whatever it takes so I can.
Yeah.
The fight song being at the end if he wins the championship.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. So you guys generally don't follow like NASCAR all too much, right?
I don't want.
So did you guys hear about the penalties that got laid down?
For today?
I heard someone was pissed. One of the team owners was pissed or something.
Yeah, so what it was the hood loafers. They ended up altering the hood loafers, and the reason for it was because they were having trouble closing the hood of the car, so they altered them.
Okay.
And NASCAR went in there and was just like, "Whoa, you can't do this. So we're just gonna make you lose your crew chief for fine you 100,000."
Holy shit!
All these
and
docking 100 points. And Byron right now is on fire. Unfortunately, he wrecked out. Nothing you could do. People wreck in front of you, and he got caught up. But
caught up.
Yep. Byron is on fire, and I've been waiting for that 20. Him being docked -100 hurt as a fan.
That's crazy.
That seems a little harsh.
Yeah, a little bit. They're hardcore with their rules. Jesus.
Yeah.
There is an appeal for it, and apparently, like NASCAR's rule has like a gray area in it. It's fighting it, but like Rick himself is pissed. Gordon, when he was like talking, you could tell he's pissed too, because you know how Gordon is when he does those
interviews.
Divert the situation. So he uses like these big words and tries to hurry up and close out what the reporters are asking him, but you could tell he's pissed too. They're all mad.
I'd be so mad.
That cost them a lot of money.
Lots of money, and just all four of their drivers getting hit with driver being out. Ruffo, Hendricks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but again, long season, so.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking they have a long season.
They really do.
They race like every fucking weekend, right?
Yeah, pretty
all
much.
the way through November. All the way through the end of November.
6 races, then they'll have like a week off, and then do 6 more, something.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I love it. I love NASCAR. All you got to do to watch NASCAR to get into it is turn it on to start, watch the start, fall asleep for about an hour and a half.
Wake up.
And then you'll just you'll wake up and you'll be like, "Oh, snap, what I missed." They recap it for you right on screen.
They do.
He barely moves.
Yeah, there's not much going on a Sunday. It is a good thing to fall asleep to.
Right?
It really is, but I love
a little
it.
Nap. That would put me to sleep too, just hearing the
some of the but when they are doing road courses and stuff like that, I tend to watch when they're doing the road courses. Some of the Atlanta Oval, all right, great, but
it bothers me that their road courses aren't as long as their oval, because I feel like their strategies are always limited. Especially with the rules today and having those stages.
Yeah.
You always get a yellow flag. You never see the strap alter, and that's frustrating to me.
Yeah. What changes would you like to see in NASCAR?
I would like to add 100 miles to every road course I would eliminate the chase format altogether. I would keep the stages though, right?
Okay.
But instead of throwing a caution every stage, I would just let the stage roll.
Okay.
And I would still award points for stages. And I do think that there needs a whole overhaul. if you do that, wins don't matter as much. So like they need to, go and look at Formula One. In my opinion, the best points format, or even Mario format than anything. Just overhaul it, make it better. I mean, even in the Winston. So I mean, they just need to. They need some people that really could sit down and think, oh, how could we make this interesting? Honestly, just copy F1.
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
but that's exactly what I would change.
Okay. Well, NASCAR, hopefully you're listening and you can implement some of those changes.
They won't. They won't listen
they
to
won't.
me.
They won't. They're kind of set in their ways, and but
they're gonna be like, oh man, who cares if viewership is? Who cares if one? We're
yeah, because it's down huge though.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, NASCAR was like
at the peak. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the biggest my dad watched. Yeah.
2010. Oh my God! Through that peak, that run, it was huge. Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Junior, and Carl Edwards and all those guys. Yeah.
I think a lot of people that don't like the chase system also don't like Johnson. I don't hate Johnson, but I watched like the way if the points never right, but he wouldn't have been a 7-time. And don't get me wrong, 84 wins, 7 championships is beautiful, great.
It is.
Take the chase. You don't beat Gordon as much as you think.
No, you're probably right. Right there. So.
Mm-hmm. Even our boy Harvick gets a couple of those championships from.
You think so?
It's actually it was already done, like the points themselves. Yeah, Harvick gets a couple. Carl Edwards gets a championship.
Yeah.
And
whatever happened to? I know he retired way early.
He did retire early. He was he was honestly on top.
Yeah.
He gets wrecked out.
Prime.
He gets wrecked out, and it was by a team in Miami for the chase. And it was a week later he retires. He was just done. And I was just thinking to myself, man, what a great talent. What a great talent.
Yeah.
Gone.
I mean, the guy's gone. Just walked away during his prime, and smart as can be. I think he had an engineer degree and one hell of a race car driver.
Insanely healthy too. So I always thought maybe it was something.
Yeah, just super.
Could be just the fact didn't enjoy the way NASCAR's ran.
Could be, yeah.
Because like I said, you go back to the old points format. Carl Edwards runs away with it.
Yep.
2008, the year that Junior and Bush go to different teams that year.
Oh, that was the 2008 year? Okay.
Yep. Average finish, most wins. Dude, the guy dominated that year. Didn't win a championship. You know what I mean? That.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Just think of it. It'd be like last year. Max dominating all year.
And not winning the championship. Right. Yeah.
Not winning the championship would make zero sense.
It really, flawed system there and stuff like that. So, NASCAR is trying to change and improve, but some of their logic.
They just don't get it. I don't think you need a playoff.
No, but again, they're just seeing probably other sports. It's all playoffs, and if you say that'll catch the average viewer's attention.
But think about it though.
It doesn't.
In sports and soccer and NFL. Any other basketball, they play against one team.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't play against the other 39.
Right? Yeah.
There's no question marks mid-season. We know who the best is mid-season.
Exactly. Yeah, so yeah, that whole playoff thing is a little goofy.
It's a pile of dookie.
Poo-poo. It's poo-poo. Shit,
Yeah,
poo.
it most certainly is.
It's a big old turd.
Big old turd. Yeah, we still got like 20 minutes. So why don't we take this last little segment and jump in and get to know Mullet a little bit better, YouTube streamer. Mm-hmm. And you just got a new rig, right? You want to break down your rig for the people and let them know what you're using?
I'm using the GT Omega Prime with the RSX.
Okay.
And it's got the new like pedal plate onto it, so it like doesn't move. There's
flex.
Zero. There is no flex. There's this rig.
I have flex in mine. I have flex in mine.
There is a one-time buy, and you'll never have to buy another rig. I can upgrade to whatever I want. I can go to a podium and not have to. It's beautiful. It's great.
That's the ticket right there.
Yes, love it. And in case anybody's listening, they sent me 2, not just 1.
Oh,
I am
there is one
selling
available.
the second one. I am selling the second one.
Hell yeah.
At a discounted price, people.
Yeah.
So if you are in the market for a rig,
get
a hold of Mullet.
Find them on
Yep.
Yeah, let them know where they could find you.
YouTubes?
Yeah.
GSR-Mullet. Just look that up on YouTube.
And you just hit a milestone with YouTube as well.
Yeah.
The 100
subs.
Oh, nice.
We're actually at 104 right now.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that shit's
I think the channel growth is definitely trending in the right.
Dude, because your views and thumbs up,
I would
say are doing really well.
Yeah, it's just that nobody finds me. But the people that do find me, or like the people that have been watching, they've been, they've stuck around. Like I actually have hit people.
Hell yeah.
Stream I've had multiple streams hit.
Wow.
And as a little channel, that's pretty damn
good.
That's really good.
Shit, yeah. And you stream like every day, don't you? Just about?
I try to, yes. I try to.
Hell yeah.
He's been killing it lately.
Right.
The grind and just, streaming as much as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
And then what wheelbase do you got with that, with your rig there?
I use the DD Pro with the pneumatic meters of force, like that little upgrade.
Yeah.
And
same.
The wheels are
V3
Elites, and the rim is a V2.5.
Yeah. I love that wheel.
It's okay. I think I would have rathered the wheel, honestly. It's a little bigger, and it just... I see...
Oh, we lost them.
Rim.
Oh, we lost you. You cut out there for a second.
Omaha.
He's back.
But yeah, I think I would have rathered that McLaren.
Oh, really?
A little bigger for...
Okay.
But other than that, I think my setup's pretty good.
Yeah. Solid.
Are you used to it now, or still?
I'm still trying to get used to the brake pedal. I think I'm getting there. I think we're already seeing it.
Yeah.
But I do find myself braking a little too hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get behind someone. It's been a little bit of a struggle. When normally I would just to them and just right by.
Yeah. Right.
So, but I'm getting there. I'm thinking probably.
Well, you had a race today and everything. How did that go?
You want to know test race?
I had a little audio. Yep. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Which race did you want to know about? The test race or the GT?
Your test race today.
So I haven't watched the feedback, but there is some positives just from like look Delta between me, Shaggy, and I want to say John Booker. Second,
Yep.
watching the Delta and the did seem that it was a good format.
Good.
But we need to have a race with more than 7 people in it to actually
Kid, exactly.
like I was thinking to myself, maybe Interlagos wasn't such a good.
All right. I overslept. I had a shitty weekend. I missed a lot of things.
I was expecting to be quick, but I wasn't expecting to catch on to that. Like, I was running as Division 1 GT Champions driver. Like, holy crap. Maybe we should have went to a different track.
Right.
But, yeah. So I'm going to try and do another test race. I want to keep it at that hour range. I feel like when we took that lap, it's perfect for the race.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what were your thoughts, Fox? You raced in it. Like, what did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It definitely has some good potential, and I think it'd be a fun series. But I think it would just be a little bit better to have 8 to 10 to 12, possibly 14 people participating.
Yeah, I think that what eventually, like, I'm going to take the tire restrictions off and just make it your choice. Because then it would make it feel more like F1.
Oh, yeah. So if you wanted to do 3 stints of softs or whatever, you could do so, kind of deal.
Yes.
Versus a 1 stop or 2 stop. All right. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For the GT Nexus, though, I was at Mount Panorama. And I was going to stream it, but thankfully I didn't because it was probably my most embarrassing performance of all time. I ended up qualifying 4th, which I thought was pretty good, and then
Panorama, yep.
I beefed it lap 2, I beefed it lap 4, I beefed it lap 7, lap 8, and then I beefed it again in lap. And what they do is they reverse order, and I ended up finishing last, so I was in pole position for the next race. So I beefed it lap 1, I beefed it lap 4.
No.
Then I beefed it lap 8, 9, and also on the last lap again to finish last. Back-to-back races.
Now, was this mostly at like the same spot, or was it?
It was at 2 general spots that I ended up losing at, like right at the downhill. Like I feel like I feel like PD. Like there's no way that real GT3 race cars feel that bad going down that hill.
Going down.
Right.
Like that car was scary as hell, and I'm in the most stable GR3 car in the game. There's nothing more,
Right.
So like to me, for it being that bad and that inconsistent, and I felt like that one part, that little to the left right before you get to the final turn, the death corner, they like to call it. Like I felt like there's no reason for my car to lose it, and I ended up wrecking there like 3 times. So what the hell is going on?
Right.
So my goal now Bathurst for the rest of my.
That's why I avoid it now.
No, I'm not avoiding it. I'm just like, I am never ever doing that bad at Bathurst ever again. I'm just gonna keep doing it in that McLaren. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just keep going at it.
There you go.
Yeah, that place is frustrating.
Used to be good on it on the controller, and then I got to the wheel.
Right.
The 29 threw me off, and I can't get down that fucking mountain.
I don't understand it. On the controller, I feel like I destroy that part of the course.
It just would get in the groove, and it'd be like, I cannot get that forward feeling. Yes.
And now, like, I get to that, right as soon as I get to the sign, I'm just like,
I don't know where to brake.
I pucker up, like, really, really, really hard, right? And, like, I squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, and I still wreck. I still wreck.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, man.
Bathurst.
Good old
Bathurst.
shit.
I can get down that mountain once every 10 times reasonably.
Same here,
Most of
Mike.
the times.
Yeah.
It's either really slow or really crashy.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a live stream on YouTube right now where Mullet just beefs it over and over.
Oh.
Just if you guys want to find, you go
Yeah.
sub to Race Asylum right now. Laugh at how bad I did.
There you go, guys. If you want to watch
funny.
Mullet,
Check
it
that
out.
And look who
That's
joined. I don't know if
really?
Oh, just
So
in
is that what
time.
you're gonna do?
There he is.
Mullet, can you guys-
5 minutes left. We can extend it a little bit if you want.
Let's go, Jimbo.
Yeah, I mean, we got to tell the story.
Right?
of
Yeah,
how,
you do. You do.
I
We
mean,
can
plus
roll. We
gotta
got
get his
four. We got
GSR.
4 hours to kill.
Yeah.
Well, 2. We can kill 2. Let's hear
They're
it.
gonna make us do it.
Right?
I say
Yeah.
Jimbo's side needs to go first.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
I'm holding on one second.
I'm just on my phone. So give me
Okay.
a second.
Yeah.
Let me
No.
see if
Do
I
what
can
you
get
got to
my
do. We'll keep
headphones.
going. So, Mullet, you got speed. You're definitely fast as fuck. Do you think is one of your goals maybe shooting for heading to a GT World Challenge?
I mean,
Go to
Yeah,
the World
that's-
Series? Is that in the
I feel
back
like
of your
everybody. I feel like everybody here has that.
head? Yeah. Oh yeah.
They'll
I
make
would
it.
Love it.
Yeah, of course. Like that's like one of my goals in life is to win a damn trophy.
Right.
I've been chasing some kind of trophy now since I was 20. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
definitely
If you join
would like to
NASCAR, I
get
heard they
there.
got bigger trophies.
I think if you put the time in, for sure you could. I think you got the potential to make it in the next couple of years.
So you guys like on the side of Ariel when he says
Mm-hmm.
that I should give up the playthroughs and just be full time GT7 all the time.
I would.
I
I
agree.
mean, I would
I
do more
agree.
GT7.
If you're serious about the racing,
Yeah, if you're serious about going to the finals, if you did do that, maybe do not as much as the playthroughs, and still sprinkle those in, just not
every
as
once
much,
in a while. Yeah,
and then focus on.
And-
I think you do have the potential to do it.
100%.
and or maybe
I
just
definitely
once a week
believe in
have your,
myself, that's for
playthrough
sure.
time.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's the first
You know what I
step.
Yeah, I do believe in
would
myself,
maybe
even
stick
after
with
a race that bad this week.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I
would
didn't mean
stick
to
with
cut you off.
racing, and then maybe once. Yeah, no, I'd stick with your racing once a week, maybe, or even do a second channel for
Oh, yeah,
stuff. Like
yeah.
maintain like a very strong race oriented channel and outlook on what you're doing gaming wise.
Mhm.
Because you do have
Yeah.
the pace and that and the skill level if you keep pushing and just fine tune each track, each race, like you do have that.
So I'm not putting anybody on the spot, but how many of you have watched my stream where I am dominating, and because I'm still pushing,
You crash.
I end up
Your
beefing it.
inconsistency, yes. That's all we think.
Well, that happened
is-
at the SF race, right? You were fucking dominating, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh shit, there's Mullet. Bye, Mullet.
He does, yeah, totally.
On spoon. It was on
that's it.
spoon.
It's just the
Because- and I-
consistency.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. I know why I'm inconsistent. Because I'll look at my time
Mhm.
and I compare it to, if I see a race where like Will Mark
Mhm.
and I see their times and I'm like, I compare my time.
Yeah, your overall time, like,
Yeah.
oh, I can do it 18:07.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Right. So like the entire time I am pushing. Like I seen Win do a 24. I'm sure he did better throughout the week, but I seen him do a 24. I pushed it. I got all the way down 3 seconds off.
Yeah, wind is.
I feel like getting
Yeah, because you're looking just to do quality laps, fucking every lap. Boom.
that's it. That's it. Every time.
Right.
Every time just
Yeah.
dialed in.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you do run the risk of.
Yeah. Oh, big time. Yeah.
I feel for you because not that I dominate, but when I'm doing really well, and especially when I'm leading races, I've been it every time.
Right. Oh yeah,
You
I
can ask
hate
these
being.
guys.
That's why
I hate
I'm
being in the
notorious.
lead.
Front to back
I'm
to front.
Yeah, I'm notorious for doing that, front to
And
back
it's
to
not the
front.
way he wipes. Not the way he wipes his butt.
Right.
Not the way he races.
No. Yeah, that's the funniest thing too is because I'll start up front and then I'll make mistakes and then I'll go all the way to the back and then by the end of the race I'm right back to the front
Yep.
again. Like I got pace, I just have
Yeah, I
consistency
definitely.
issues.
Yeah.
Or I don't have the pace and I have lots of consistency.
See, I don't like the pressure of being in front. That's for sure. I like being.
I love the pressure.
I like chasing.
Yeah, some people thrive on it.
See, I
some
like to
people
chase.
don't.
I want to chase down.
Yeah,
Not me.
I tend to be the same.
I like to be the hunter.
Yes.
If somebody's in front of me, the thing that I think put enough work in to be in front of him. That's
Yeah.
what I think about.
Yeah.
So I don't like anybody chasing me.
See,
My biggest goal was to get faster than Grove.
Right.
That was my biggest goal, and like now I'm like,
Oh shit.
not that I'm faster than him, but
In some
I do think
spots
that
you
I
are,
have.
for sure.
I think that the last couple, beat his quality, and not only that, match and even be better than his pace. Like at Interlago,
Oh yeah.
I gauge myself to Grove, and I think I'm gonna on from it. Not that he's bad, he's not. He's phenomenal, but I'm gonna move on to it. Like just kind of set my goal a little higher now.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to do it. You want to keep
You
moving
do.
up.
Yeah.
Can't improve unless you keep moving
Yeah.
forward.
Go to that World Series, dude. That'd be great. I'd be rooting for you because I mean, Dino did it.
Oh, we all would.
Fucking Dino did it. Cyrus made it. It's cool seeing those guys up there.
Just got to put some work in, time in.
And then you could tell your wife, you'd be like, "Hey, we're going to Monaco," and then I think you just got to pay for her ticket. Everything else is on the house. Got a nice little vacation. Go see the sights. Oh yeah, I'd be taking my wife, man. It is a fucking free, expensive ass vacation.
That's the worst thing you could do, though.
Right.
You'd be so in tuned of spending time with your wife that you would.
Hey,
If
I go, I'm not expecting to win. I'm just gonna go have a good time.
See, not me. If
Yeah.
I'm going.
There you go. Or maybe the first time I'd go to do that, and then the second time I'd be like, okay, let's go chill. Let's go enjoy. You've put through a lot through all this. I'm gonna take you with me.
Right.
Because the wives do put
I'll
up
take
with a
it.
lot.
She can come after the event. Then
There
we
you
can
go.
enjoy.
There you go. Yeah,
Yep.
during the event, stay away. I gotta focus. I gotta do this. After the event, then it's
all yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, when I used to travel for fighting game tournaments, I wouldn't text her for an hour or so, in the middle of the tournament or playing casuals, and I would look down at my phone and I would see, hey, you have. Now my brain isn't focused on what it needs to be.
Right.
Now I gotta call, give up my place in the casual set.
Damn, so you're
calling her and
hardcore
stuff.
into this shit. You do tourneys? You used to do tourneys?
Yeah, I competed in fighting games from time I was 20 years old.
Shit.
29.
Damn.
He's a hardcore gamer.
Damn.
Like you did button mashing.
No, we did not. We did not mash buttons. Mashing buttons is at the lowest levels of casual play. When you get to a certain point in fighting games become like a fast-paced chess match. And there's lots of mind games into it. Like your opponents do things that you. For instance, you could just throw 2 fireballs, right? And they'll block 2, and you'll be like, okay, let me just throw 1 and not throw the second one.
Right.
You jump. Well, guess what? Free punish for me. So then you just mind fuck them and throw 2 fireballs after that. I'd be like, what?
Oh shit,
great.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In the tourneys.
So is this story time?
Oh,
I've never thrown a fireball in a tournament before.
no fires.
It's against all of my morals. It's as much against my morals as wall riding.
It's against your morals as wall riding. Why is wall riding?
Yep.
Yeah. Where's the origin of the wall riding?
Yeah.
What?
No.
Cheaters?
Are we going into? Oh, we're going into story time. Is that what you're saying?
Story time.
Story time.
With Jimbo. Oh, story time.
Get your hot cocoa, maybe your favorite glass of wine.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Crawl up next to the
snack.
fire. It's Jimbo's story time.
Ooh.
So I remember there was a night when the PDX crew was doing some practice. We were practicing for a race. Yeah.
Hold on, but like the team did some team stuff.
Team and doing team things.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. We never do team practice, so why would we do that?
Yeah, you must be lying.
I must be lying. We never do team practice. So we were practicing. I believe it was for the race at High Speed Ring.
Ooh.
And we had popped open a practice lobby, and people started jumping in, and we're like, oh, cool, because we just left it open for everybody. I'm like, okay, this is cool, you know? And then this dude jumped in a Corvette. I think it was the black Corvette.
Corvette.
Yeah. So we started our practice racing, and we noticed that at least one of the dudes, might have been more than one, was going around the first major sharp turn at a very high rate of speed. Not exactly going around it properly, but just going up against the wall and riding it around and shooting out the other side.
Zoom, zoom, baby.
So I may have kicked that person. And then that person may have hopped back in. Because this is the worst thing about Gran Turismo is you can't just kick a person and then they're kicked out. They can just come back in. And this person may have come back in, and then this all happened live on my channel too, if I remember rightly.
Yep. Live.
And yeah, it was live.
Yeah.
Well, that person just happened to be a gentleman by the name of Mullet.
GSR-Mullet? No way. He always makes his claim. Not him. Why would he do that?
I don't believe you. You're talking
He
horse.
was a cheating motherfucker. That's what I say.
All right. So, my side of the story, okay, was...
Oh, there is no side you were
So,
cheating.
So, at the beginning of every week for GT, immediately get on time trial, and I start going. And I can tell when I'm close to the limit at a track, right? Like at a peak limit, I could tell because I have like the ability to see, you know, and I try to achieve that. And I was putting up like I think it was 14.7s, 14.6s in the vet. Now I was doing it clean at the time. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna check the leaderboard times, and I'm just gonna be like, let's see how close I am. And I go there, and there's people doing like low 13. How, right? Like, show me how. So I watch a replay, and they take turn one flat out, up against the wall, scraped it all the way through. And I was just like, well, I'm going to have to, you know, gauge myself. So I get into one lobby. I'm racing it normal. I'm not doing the wall ride. I have 4 guys in front of me that magically qualified faster than me, and they were like B-rated, like A-rated drivers, which just typically doesn't happen. No offense to the lower ranks, but just typically doesn't happen. And we get to turn one, and all 4 of them right up against the wall. The guys behind me that I qualified bumping me because pushing me into the wall, and I'm just like, all right. Going to the next one, same thing. Going to the next one, same thing. Right? Grove Street comes on. He's doing his stream, and we're all practicing for it. And I'm watching his stream, and guess what? People are doing the wall ride. I think it's like, screw this. I'm going to learn how to do the wall ride. So I did. And not only did I, because I had it like a nice little bounce off of it. Like I wasn't even bouncing. And you guys are still in here, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I was making sure. And
100%.
it got so quiet. I was like, oh man, did I cut out? Anyways, I had it like perfect. I had like this little bouncer at the corner, then I'd bounce off it again right at the end, and I was able to maintain all speed. I was killing it again in the lobbies. I was like, they're going to wall ride. I'm going to wall ride too, because I don't feel like losing to a bunch of people that have to resort to wall riding to beat me. And we get into your lobby, and Grove was learning the wall ride. Like it's PD. We really thought this was how the GTWS was going to be, And I'm racing Thierry, and I see this message go on there. If I see you wall ride again, you're getting kicked. And I'm just like, I'm having a good race with him, by the way. I'm having a good race. We're swapping the lead. And I'm just like, park the car off the side, immediately get out. And I'm just like, what do you mean you're going to kick people? Like, why are you trying to kick people who are trying to, like, prepare themselves? And he's like, we don't wall ride in here. And I'm just like, I remember my response. I was just like, so you're okay with your whole team, like, playing to lose on Saturday? And that's what sparked, like, the fight. Because Jimbo's like, it's cheating. And I'm just like, it's not really cheating. Because, I mean, if it was cheating, then only I could do it and not the rest of everybody could do it, And being in competitive, like, video games, like, you have to push that boundary. Because I used to have this thing where I'd be like, I'm not going to learn this cheap character because I want to just play my favorite one. And that just holds you back. It just holds you back as a competitor. And you can't do that. You have to broaden. You have to learn the cheap stuff in order to be successful at it. So that's how I looked at it. And,
nice.
That's why it happened. We were in there and, we had the little scuffle, and I ended up watching it back. I remember watching it back and just being like, okay, I gotta see this guy and his 2 viewers. Dude, it was so funny that I said that because you were a small channel, and I still feel bad. By the way, I still feel bad. Anyways, like, I ended up watching it back, and I'm like, these guys.
It doesn't offend me. I don't care.
Right.
These guys were just trolling me. That's what I thought to myself. These guys were trolling me. So let's just have a debate about it. And then after that, I just was like, all right, I was a dick. I'm going to support these guys. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad I did. I feel like I made friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
You
Definitely
did.
did.
And you realized that, the point is, for me, it's not about winning. It's about winning in the right way.
Right. And you know what? That mindset is not incorrect. It's not. It's actually the right way to win because you're an honorable champion. But sometimes if you want to win, sometimes you have to throw honor out of it. And thankfully PD did crack down on it. Like, if they didn't crack down, reset the boards and say something, you best believe on my stream I would have been wall riding. But PD said something, and I was like, all right, PD saying don't do it, I'm not going to do it. And you can watch that stream, and you will see that the mullet did not ride the wall.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
and regardless of what PD does, you'll watch PDX streams and see that we'll never take advantage of an exploit.
I am not that same way. If there's an exploit that everybody's going after, you best believe this man will learn it.
Well, you know what? And then, like, I'm not, to each their own. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I just won't do it.
That's what I love.
I won't do it. Like, there's been times where, like Daytona road course when it came out, the chicane glitches and stuff that you could. You know what I mean? Never took advantage of that. Never wall ride. Never cut where you can. Like the spot where you could cut for a while. You could cut up and through the pit lane there, on going up Rayon Rouge, and take advantage there without slowing down. Go straight across and that. Like, never.
See, there's like a huge difference for me when it comes to that, because that to me is like a Mario Kart shortcut opposed to like tapping the wall. Because I don't know if you guys found the limit at that corner, but it was honestly like 2 mph slower, maybe 3 mph slower than wall ride. It was that close. It just made it so much harder to keep up in the race itself because the draft was so strong while wall riding. So like you were forced to do it, but as in that specific instance, like I did not take advantage of any of those shortcuts. Those were like pretty obvious that they were gonna say no.
Right.
But Gran Turismo as a game, you know, not looking at it as sim racing, looking at it as a game, has a history of being able to ride the wall. So it was one of those things that I honestly didn't think they were going to change.
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't think they were either.
Yeah, so I'm glad they did. That was a great move for them.
I'm glad, and in a way, I'm glad that they did, like, obviously, but like to the extreme, I'm not so necessarily glad because they can fix it a little better than they have. That the fact that you get a penalty from touching any wall, period, anymore.
Oh,
like
I do.
yeah.
And I understand it for the fact of, okay, sometimes you can get an advantage, but when you're hitting the inside wall on a corner, stopping dead and getting a second and a half, how is that ever going to help you? If you hit any inside corner, you're not fucking getting any assistance.
No, you're
so why
fine.
is it a penalty?
That's equivalent to you riding your bike, beefing on your bike and getting scraped up, and then like the town bully going, be like, does that hurt? And stepping on your wound.
Right.
That's the exact same.
Yep.
Exactly. You know, so they got to balance it that way a bit better. But it is better for the fact that you don't get people completely flying through corners anymore, like they were able to at times, you know. Mm-hmm. So I do give them that, but yeah, it still needs a hell of a lot of tweaking.
Yes.
So just because I haven't heard the whole show and I just got home from an entire day of dealing with 80-year-olds,
family time,
80 and 90-year-olds, family time. Did you guys get into the Meyer Shank getting 200 points taken away from them?
No.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah,
they didn't get the win taken away from them.
No.
I'm sort of mad about that. They should have been completely DQ'd from the
race,
24-hour,
taking everything away.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out. They said they were manipulating the tire data. Were they doing the pressures of the tires?
Yes, manipulating the pressure. They were starting out on lower pressures or changing their pressures away from,
because there's a minimum pressure.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And guess what? It was actually Honda. It was Honda that figured out they were doing that. Honda Racing, because that's what Acura races under. Honda Racing was the one that Honda Racing was the one that actually reported it to IMSA. Ooh. They said, "There's some fucked up data here. Take a look at it."
Oh, cool.
And yeah, Honda was the one that found out that the data was wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
That's stand up.
And they turned it in, and then Meyer Shank they fired that engineer.
Yeah, he's gone.
Because he's gone.
Good.
But
that's stand up.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That's something to hear.
That's what you do with cheaters.
News. Yeah. And that's good to hear that your own company basically threw you out. Yeah, like your own bosses basically kind of, no, we don't want to be tied to this. There's something wrong. Investigate this shit. Like that's good to hear within the racing community that it's not
transparent.
Like just, oh shit, like Honda's like, does anybody see this? Shit, delete it. Burn the evidence,
right,
or whatever.
Burn it all.
You know, but that also goes to show the that Asian mentality of like honor in that. Like it's not honorable to win cheating. Yeah, like like to see that their name to their brand. Like that's not cool for them.
Oh, Bushido.
Bushido. It's it's one of those things. That's bullshito. It's just one of those things that I think it's really good. And what's funny is out of that entire exchange that Mullet and I had, to change the subject once again. Yeah. I mean, it's like the schoolyard fight where at the end of it, the two people that fought become good friends.
Yep.
That's the way it is. I mean,
it's not the first time.
No, No.
Not to say
Who
good
was
friends,
it?
but it's not the first time that we've had confrontation with people, and that they've kind of not seen the light, but kind of seen the light and changed their kind of ways on things. And opinions
Don
on things.
Calzone did some shitty stuff, and then we spent an hour berating him and telling him what a shitty driver he was, and now he's totally cool with us and no longer does shitty things to us.
Don Calzone.
Don Calzone.
Yeah.
It's some A-rated.
He drives so much better now.
He does.
He does drive better
He
now.
does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, because he's
what's
like,
funny is he's also afraid of us in the races now.
yeah, he'll
Like he doesn't.
Yeah, if he sees Jimbo coming, he moves over. Puts
sees
his
me
turn
coming, he moves
signal
over.
on.
Yeah, I'm like, Don, you don't have to do that. Like, you're racing clean now. Just race me clean. That's all I was trying to say is don't run into me because you don't know how to hit your brakes. And, run me off the track and just keep driving. Don't do that. We can have a good race together. And I tell him that every single time. I'm like, you don't need to move out of my way. Like, let's have a good race. Because in the end, that's all I want.
Right.
And I know we never practice. That's not something we do, but even when we do have open practices, I don't like that. I know we never get. I mean, Mullet knows we never join practices or do anything like that.
Yeah. You should definitely practice a lot more. I'm not saying because you guys are, but I just think it's because practice makes perfect.
Sure does.
No, absolutely. Well, and that's why luckily I've got a wonderful boyfriend that understands me going on and practicing more because we're getting ready for a season that's coming up the next couple of months. So
coming up,
I was like, I need to get him on and start spending more time.
Hopefully next couple weeks.
Get him GT7 and we can just all play together.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, you got 2 rigs in your house.
I got one for sale.
Awesome. Oh, that's right. Walt's got one for sale.
I've already offered. I have a free pair of shoes that I got that I can send.
It's just not the same value. You need like 4 pairs of shoes with that.
Apparently, you've not used these shoes before because I think you understand.
You're like gold.
Look, couple socks too. A pair of socks.
Well, and honestly, if someone wants to get a hold of Mullet because they need a new rig, someone should get a hold of Mullet because he can make you.
He can hook you up.
He can hook you up for sure.
Best deal that you can get in sim racing.
Yeah.
Probably pretty good.
Free 99.
Free
$3.99. Are you out of your mind?
He won't even trade a
free 99
shoes.
$3.99. Free.
What? Hey Mullet, what are your socials in case somebody wants to get a hold of you and what's the what rig do you have?
Oh, we did the rig.
Got the we did do the rig, but I got a GT Omega Prime, and you could find at GSR. I don't have any other socials. I do have a Twitter, but I never use it. Mullet.
Perfect. There you go.
And
or
Mullet,
you can hit up any one of us, and we'll get you in touch with Mullet too.
And for the people, Mullet, do you have a mullet?
No, I do not have a mullet.
Are you going to
Can
grow
you go
a
into
mullet?
the story? How you got?
Yeah,
the
how'd you
mullet?
get? Yeah, I want to know.
Does it have to do with the
people?
So I was in 3rd grade, and my mother cut my hair in a certain way that, when I combed it back, it looked like I had a mullet, and I used it back. And I remember going into school, and the kids were just big assholes, and they were all just calling me the name Mullet. It was pretty bad. And I thought to myself, okay, so how do I get them to stop picking on me? And I can't fight them all, There's girls, there's guys, can't just fight them all. So, I just started owning it.
Right.
That mom told me, laugh at them or laugh with them, that.
Right.
If you could take it on the chin, they'll respect that more than,
100%.
So, I just took it on the chin and I just owned that name. And, I was telling the guys earlier today, I have a Pokemon Yellow save file, like back then with the name Mullet on it. Like it's a legit story.
Amazing. That's so good.
Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes
And like when
you just
people
gotta do that.
and when people ask me like, hey, why don't you have the mullet? I'm just like, listen, when you look in the dictionary and you look up what mullet is, you have the fish, you've got the haircut, and then you have me. All right. You're not going to get me to actually wear the mullet.
Right.
To happen. The emotional damage is done.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just never going to have
mullet.
it. That's right.
Time's already been put in.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
All right, boys and girls.
Fucking A.
Hey, I'm gonna hop off because I'm exhausted. It's been a long weekend.
Yeah, the show, you made it just in time because we're wrapping up. We're going to wrap this up.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I couldn't have been on earlier, but
we'll have him back
Family
on.
Trump's podcast.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Yeah. 90-year-old ants trumps the podcast. Sorry, guys.
90.
So make sure to check out our streams tonight.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out Mullet's stream today. We'll be streaming dailies.
Yep, right in the morning.
You'll be putting in 600 miles.
Yeah.
He puts in the
Very well could be.
miles. Your hands
What
hurt at
time-
the end of the day? You got carpal tunnel yet?
Nope.
Nope. Look at that. Youngster. How old are you, Mullet?
32.
Yep. Youngster putting in the miles.
Amber. Yep.
Kid.
You got that
Todd
carpal tunnel yet.
Todd can barely hold the steering wheel. I mean, when you're 55 years old,
shit.
it starts to get hard.
Especially after
Start
Super
getting
Formula.
gray. You start
Fuck.
getting gray
Stop
ball
getting
hairs.
hard.
Yeah, that's right. I'm there. Fuck. Only one. Only one.
Is
And
that,
it's gone.
Is that a
It went
tall
bye-bye.
that you know podcast or what?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do support, and we appreciate you supporting the cast and always pimping it. Yeah, we appreciate that very much. Shit,
Yeah,
that's
so support GSR.
yeah, that's right. GSR Mullet, YouTube's GSR Grove Street. We had him on. They are teammates.
6 subscriber. Go subscribe.
Yeah,
to 'em.
go
Hit the like.
subscribe. It's,
If you guys just could do me a favor and every time you see Grove say GSR Grove Street, that'd be amazing.
okay, GSR Grove Street, everybody.
There you go.
Yep. 'Cause it's his
Grove
team,
Street.
right? Yeah, it's Grove's team.
Yeah,
right?
I kind of busted him and I said like the owner driver position hasn't been filled yet.
It's still vacant.
Oh shit!
so I
good.
just busted him.
Bust them
I love
balls.
that dude,
We
by the
love
way.
you,
He's
buddy.
helped me out
Yeah,
so
he's
much.
great. He's a
Helped me out
fast
so much.
motherfucker,
He's a
man.
great guy.
Hells yeah. All right,
Yeah, he's
Ever.
kind of fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fuck, dude. When did
Both of
you?
you guys.
You just got on the wheel not too long ago, too, right?
Yeah, I'm at like I'm at 6 months, 7 months now
Jesus.
on the wheel.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good head of steam. All right. Well, this show's in the books. Episode 30 of the DGDR podcast. We thank everybody for listening. Yeah, tonight we'll be on
Thank
the
you all for coming on.
YouTubes. And Mullet, yes, thank you for joining us and filling in for Jimbo. And we'll have you on again for
Thank
sure.
Mucho apreciado.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. And yeah, go ahead, Mike. Any last words?
Not much for me. Just make sure to turn into our YouTube. So check me out at PDX_N_Mixmasker with a K masker. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next
See yas.
week. Bye-bye. Bye.